In this video, we are going to perform another analysis which will check how much do guests pay for a room per night. It is also a vital information in the case of hotel booking prediction. So let us create a new cell down here. Let us make it a markdown and I will write the analysis that we are going to do here. How much do guests pay for a room per night? So this is our analysis. So let us create a new cell, and here we have a data. If you remember, our final data was right here, final data.shape, and this is our cleaned data. If I check the head of our final cleaned data, then we will see we have this data and we are going to use this data now. So here we have this hotel attribute. The first attribute is this hotel. Now I want to check how many hotels do we have in our data set. So I'll take a final data and only access the hotel attribute. See here, the first attribute is the name hotel, and I want to check what are the unique characters in that hotel. That means how many hotels do we have. Then we can see it returned us an array containing the resort hotel and city hotel. So that means we have two type of hotel and we are performing this analysis on these two type of hotel. So after finding that we have these two hotels, next thing what I want to show you is this attribute with a name ADR. I'll show you. It should be somewhere here. This attribute. See here, this ADR attribute. So this is a kind of a rate. The rate at which the customer have come into the hotel. So this is a kind of a rate. You can also check the data dictionary that will be provided with the data to check what this ADR means. So I'll go back to our code and let us create a new cell, and over here I will just show you this ADR. I can access the column and you can see this is the rate at which the customer comes on our hotel. Now both hotels in our example, the first one is resort hotel and the next one is city hotel. Both of these hotels have different room types and different meal arrangements. If we have a look to our data, then we can see for the resort hotel, the meals arrangement, like see here, the meals attribute and similarly our attributes that are related to the room types are different. So both of them has different arrangements for the room and the hotel and their management. So prices might vary within this hotel, like resort hotel and city hotel might have different price for different meal arrangement and for different hotel types. So that is what we are going to analyze in this video. We are going to check which hotels have the highest paid rooms and which hotels is economic and so on. We are going to do that analysis, and these analysis might be vital for our guest. Like guest can use this information to book their hotels based on their economic situation or based on their arrangements. Now here I want to only access the data that has not been cancelled by our guest. So we have this final data, that is our own data, and in this final data I want to access only that data. Okay, I want to access only that data whose is cancelled is equal 0. That means only those data will be accessed which has not been cancelled by the guest, because analysis can be only done on this data. We don't want that data which has been cancelled by the customer. We don't want analysis on that data because the analysis might not be vital to those guests who has not been present on our hotel, who has cancelled. We won't be having useful information on those data, so we'll just remove those data which has been cancelled by our customer or by our guest. Now after that, we are going to use the box plot to do some analysis related to how much do guests pay for our hotel rooms of these two hotels. So we are going to plot box plot. So it is simple plot, but first of all I will use this PLT. If you remember, this was the object that we import right at the beginning, right here. So basically we will be using matplotlib in order to plot this box plot. So we use this plot first of all. So we go down, and here I'm going to specify the figure, that is the size of a figure I want. So it is up to you how much figure size do you want. I will have this basic figure size. So this is an optional argument. You can either stick with the default one, or you can also change your figure size. Next is I'm going to use this SNS, which is a Seaborn library, and plot the box plot. And here I'm going to specify the X and Y, X-axis and Y-axis. So what should be our X-axis? Just a label, reserved room types. So this is reserved room type. This is from our data, that is X. This is that is the column name. If we go to our data, which is right here, maybe I can print right down here. I can just print our final data. Then you will see that we have these attributes right here. Okay, I can show you on the spreadsheets also. So the thing that we want is reserved room types. It should be here somewhere. Just the types of a room that has been reserved, because we want to check what is the cost of these hotels. So for that, it is right here. See here, this is the attributes that we are interested in. So here we can see the reserved rooms and the assigned rooms to that customer. So reserved rooms here means we can see the room number has been anonymized with this alphabet. So we are using this alphabet now to predict how much this room cost in each hotels. So we get these reserved room types, and then in the y-axis I want to get ADR. So ADR is the rate, and then the next is I want to classify it based on the hotel attributes. And let us give the data now. What is our data? This is our data. If you remember, we have just filtered out our data. Now I will just pass this data to it. Now this looks fine. Let us run this. Then I just missed the comma here. Now let us run one more time. Then we can see a box plot here. In the x-axis we can see these characters, and in the y-axis we can see the price of the room types. So this ADR here is nothing but this ADR is the rate of the rooms, the price per this, that is reserved room rate. So kind of this ADR, if I show you, this ADR is nothing but the price of room types per night. So this is kind of a price. You can also check it on our data dictionary. So if you go to our project folder and we have this data dictionary, we have already talked about it. So if I go and navigate to ADR attribute, then you will see the information about this ADR attribute right here. This is an average daily rate defined as dividing the sum of lodging transaction. So transaction here means the money, the price, the money, by the total number of staying nights. This is kind of the attributes. This ADR is nothing but the money, that is the transaction or the money by the customer or the guest per nights they stay. So this is the rate, and that is what we have right here, and we plot it right here. Now we can just refine this box plot by adding some of the attributes, like we can add the title to it. Maybe title will be price, let's say price of room types per night per person. So if I run it, then you can see now title is right here, and I can also give the font size. Let's say font size for my title will be 16. Then you can see this is the title for our box plot. And next is, let's say I want to give the label to my X, because you can see by default I have given this name, which is the name of the attributes, but I want to give our own custom name. So X label, that is labeling the X-axis, and I'll just say room type. So X-axis will be room type. I will also label my Y-axis with the price, and I'll say this is a European price. And next I want to also give the legend location. So the location for the legend. So what is the legend here? See this, the hotel name is the legend, and by default it is upper right. So I'll also give upper right to it, the location for my legend. And I'll also limit my Y-axis. See here, some of the attributes has gone top of this 500. So I will just give here 0 to 600, and now I'll just show the plot, just type. So now after refining, if I run it, then you can see this is our final plot. And in this our final plot, we can see the X-axis has been labeled as room types. So these are the attributes C, A, D, G. These are the attributes of the room types. And the Y-axis here represents the price in the euros. So here is the title, we have the legend. So here the blue color is the box plot for resort hotel, and this orange color is for the city hotel. So we can see right here the median price of this resort hotel, the blue boxes are quite higher. We can see for this A type some of the outliers are there. So these are the outliers, and we can just see some of the hotels have the higher median price, like the Hotel Yachts has the higher median price, and similarly the lower median price is for the Hotel A. So A and B has the lower median price. So that means if you want the economic holiday budget, then you can just book this hotel like A and B on the resort hotel or the city hotel based on your preference. But if you want those hotels which are costly and on the resort hotel, then you can book the C grade hotel with this C, A, and just are the room types. So these characters are just room types, and if you book the C room type hotel, then it will cost you higher, maybe around that is $150, and this, that is a center line, the black line in between represents the median price. So they are the median price. If you go to the city hotels and book the G room type, then it will cost you more. See here, it is way above $200. So this way you can analyze the price of the room, and you can just distinguish which hotel is costlier and which room type you can book based on your preference. So this type of analysis can be given to the customer or the guest so that they can book our hotel on any seasons, because on the top of the seasons, if you book the C hotel, then it might go up to 200 and plus. So this way we can do some analysis. So just give us some time for this analysis. In the next video, we are going to perform next analysis to check how does the price per night vary over the years.